Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Okay. Well, I'll have to get closer to the mic here because I've got it up higher on my screen. I have a 39-inch monitor here, and I've been trying to work with that. And so I can never really get a hang of this thing. I've got to use an older picture of the backdrop here of my daughter, my 4 grandchildren. It's Hayden, Johnny, Peyton, and Taylor. My mother, Zena, here. And over here, I gotta go. Sorry, Aunt Etta. Aunt Etta. I think she's here. My mother's an identical twin, so I'm trying to. Where'd she go? She is here. There's my mother's identical twin. Sorry, I've got to do some. This, of course, is a virtual screen that I'm not very good at using. And I just knocked it over here, so I'm trying to set it all up. I've got my office down in my basement, and that's a louvered chair you're seeing there. I'll fix that up later. Anyway, I'm sure I was mumbling. Well, today, for those of you who know me, just got news back from another loved one who's having kidney issues. I won't get into who she is, but and my wife is dealing with that too. But mostly on a good note, and they're dealing with them, and I just pray for both of them. I know they'll be fine. It's worse things can be happening, and it's your health, people, and health is critical. I know in my world, I didn't give it as much seriousness, thought as I should have when I was younger, and I used to be very active and trained very rigorously, and played sports at a very competitive level. And as I got older, I just never thought much of it because I always could burn the weight off and get the fat off me, et cetera, et cetera. And now I can't as much. I needed assistance, and I've tried everything. I just saw a thing online here today from somebody that was a vegetable soup, but I think it was a ground beef soup, but it was a diet and a keto. I don't know if it's keto soup or not, but excuse me. Anyway, I'm down to 45 pounds. I was 280 pounds. I did have a picture of that. What it has done for me is dropped my sugar levels down. It's brought my blood pressure down to normal levels. It's brought the cholesterol levels down to normal levels. I don't know how to explain that to you. I have tried many things over the last 20 years. Garcinia Cambogia. I've tried the apple cider diet. I've tried the fasting diet. I've tried the low carbohydrate diet, the Atkins diet, the intermittent fasting diet, the intermittent fasting ketogenic diet, and on and on, and none of that had occurred. And all of a sudden, out of the blue, when someone was really sick last year, a friend of mine who I've known for many years and who has tried to entice me into many different opportunities. And like I told Chuck, you just can't push a rope, buddy. I'm kind of at that age where I just want to chill out. I don't need to rule the world. I don't need to make a fortune. I just want to get by and make a living. And as I'm looking at things that are going on in my own industries, and the world is changing dramatically, and now that's why I'm learning this online business. I'm perplexed. Like, you can do this from home, you can work from home. Why wouldn't people want to do that? Because we're not knowledgeable enough. No one's taught us how to do that. And so I've taken the time to learn a lot of good elements. And really, all this business that I do now is, hey, drink some coffee. I don't know if you can see it here. Drink some coffee. I'll have to put up there. There's a cocoa, which I tried for the first time today. I've heard how fabulous it is and wonderful it is. And oh my God, it really is. It tastes like chocolate. It tastes like the best hot chocolate you could ever taste. And it has the same inhibiting appetite suppressants. It has the same neuropic elements in it that allow you to feel better and sleep better, and it gives you more energy. It breaks fat down. It increases your circulation. And I didn't believe any of that was possible. I thought it was a crock of crap, you know, because I've been around. I've seen a lot of things and seen them come and go. And if it was the case, why am I just hearing about it? And the reason is, it's like any businesses out there and any new products that are being developed or designed for people. Um, Distribution is where the market is. I mean, they've legalized pot here in Canada, and it's distribution that is the crisis they're having in importation. And so you got to have an infrastructure. And a lot of people don't understand that about business. Why am I hearing about it? Why are you telling me? Well, we don't really care who does it. We just care that it gets done. And you don't have to be an expert, which is quite obvious from this video that I'm doing, that you don't have to be an expert in developing a business. It would help if you did, and we can definitely train you on various elements of how to do this business. Most of us have a warm market, and a lot of us do that. If you've been involved in such ventures before and you've, you know, burnt them out, if you know, you drove them crazy because they're the only people that you knew of that would listen to you, and they don't listen to you anymore. Well, I understand that one. That happens a lot, especially in our industry where people have gone on to different projects. And, you know, have you made your millions yet? You'll hear, and all that type of stuff. Never did want to make millions in my life, just enough to make a living, pay for the bills. You know, here in Toronto area, and I won't get into the details, I run into people who are carrying a $6,000 a month mortgage, and these are young couples. It's $3,500 to $4,000 a month mortgage, net. And both of them are only making like $40,000-$50,000 a year. I mean, she's working for free. I mean, it worse than free, because by the time the tax deductions come off and the net and like setting up a, you know, like a car and transportation and childcare expenses and those type of effects. Oh my God, I don't know how you're still doing it. I really don't. And I'm here to tell you there is a solution. And it really is possible for you to earn an extra 500 a week or 1,000 a week or 500 a month or 1,000 a month. Yes, my buddy makes huge money because he works 10 hours a day, and I'm not. I'm ambitiously lazy. I'm old. I just want to make a living. So, you know, I'm probably like a 2 to 4 hour a day guy, if that. I don't put that much time in anymore. But I really want to express how simple this is. How simple is it? What do you know about it? Try this. If it works, you'll share it with others. That's it. Try this. Try this. If it works, you'll share it with others. This is a nighttime formula that was developed by a Nobel Prize nominee researcher who's on staff with our company, who's part of our team, if you may. And the people that have developed these products, this is the, think about it, coffee or hot chocolate. Drink coffee or chocolate, and that's it. Don't take pills at 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning. Don't make cabbage soup and eat it 3 times a day. Don't, you know, measure your macros. Don't measure your points. Don't any of that. Just drink 1 cup of coffee a day in the morning before you have your meals, and you will lose weight. And to give you an idea, everything is about influencers, and everything is about people getting likes or getting referrals or having reviews. We have one site that has right now over 45,000 people who have been trying this product for either 3 or 4 days, 3 or 4 weeks, 3 or 4 months, or 3 or 4 years, because we've been around a while. And you're just hearing about it. Why haven't you heard about it before? It's the attrition of life. Most things start in the US and they make its way through. Canada's usually one of the last places. I'm one of the first to hear about stuff here in Canada. It's just because of the 41 years in the industry. And I've had a success rate in it, and I've also had failure rate in it. But mostly, you know, people know that I can put together a fairly significant business if given opportunity, if I like it. As Chuck keeps trying to push me to work harder and harder, and Chuck's one of the legends of the industry, I tell him over and over, Chuck, I'm really not that interested in ruling the world. You know, I don't want to make $10,000 a week. Not that I'm against it, but I'm not prepared to work that hard. It's like eating or dieting or exercising. When I was an athlete, I used to run 2 to 3 miles a day. That was it. I wasn't a long distance runner, didn't want to run. I've got friends that are marathoners. Nah, I just wanted enough to train, get my heart rate up, keep the fat, metabolizing. And I did that when I was a very young man, kept in shape physically because I did play hockey. I did want to do sprints more than I wanted to do long distance. I wasn't into endurance because in hockey you can coast a little bit and you go on sprints for 20, 30 seconds, 40 seconds shifts, maybe a minute now. But in the higher competition levels, it's 20, 30 seconds shifts. You got to go hard for those 20, 30 seconds, and that's it. You're off. And that's what I used to train for, and that's what most athletes in that particular discipline do. Anyway, the reason I'm showing you this is because I tried to take my grandson up here, Johnny. Just was blessed with the opportunity to spend time with two great NHL hockey players. They're brothers. I won't know who they are for privacy reasons, but they met him and his first cousin, and my daughter and her husband's father, and some friends who, through a group of people that know each other and friends that know each other and relationships, they're related to these people, and they were kind enough to spend some of their training time. We spend 2 days a week in a facility that I won't go into because I like their privacy. But my daughter knows who they are, and everybody else who knows us knows who they are. I just thought it was amazing that they would take 15 minutes of their life to show Johnny show him an opportunity of what his life could be like. One of them gentlemen, I won't get into his details, all this is public knowledge. Most athletes, they're into the millions of dollars a year, most of them. And I know some of their contracts were $4 million, $5 million, maybe it's a 3 or 4 year contract, irrelevant. The majority of people in Canada make $1.5 million in a lifetime over 40 years. That's what the majority do. And these guys will make that in a year, 2 years. And I wanted him to understand what the ramifications of that are. They're not at our age out here pitching, trying to make a living, or they're not worrying about a pension or disability or $6,000 a month mortgage, or how we're going to pay the babysitters, or any of those events. They're doing fine, doing something they love, and never working a day of their life. And one of the reasons I went into this business here 40 plus years ago is I really, really like talking to people. Not because I just want to talk. I'm actually the opposite. When I'm by myself, I like to be quiet because I've spoken enough. But if I can convey information that is of relevance to people and help them to understand, what it is that they're looking at and why it's of benefit to them, because I've never been able to promote something that was of no benefit. So let me finish with this, because I don't want this to be long and inundated. Year and a half ago, around in May of last year, it was July when I actually really started looking at this more seriously. I tried a can of coffee because I'm a coffee lover. I love coffee. Now, most of my family were tea drinkers, and they hate coffee. I know people that won't drink either or. So then they came up with a cocoa just recently. They had a cocoa, but it didn't taste good. It didn't taste like cocoa. It was spicy and wasn't nearly as effective as what was involved in our coffee. And what this company did was they took the two greatest things that people are fighting today, weight loss and coffee, two of the biggest industries in the world, and combined them together. And now they need a distribution system. And how did they develop that? They could have put their product, like they could put this in there and say, okay, so one bottle of this stuff, just think about it, it'll only cost you like $59.95 US. It's a month's supply. Oh my God, that's expensive for coffee. I can buy coffee for $1.50 a cup or $2 a cup at Tim Hortons. Will it make you lose weight? It's not a coffee. It's a weight loss. It's a weight loss suppressant. It has an oxygen enhancer for those people that like to train and work out. It actually has VASO6, they call it, which is a product that is proprietary. And it actually, these are all natural products that help you to create more circulation. The circulation gives you more energy. It burns fat quicker. It's just better. And and I heard all this, and I heard the stories, but I had to try the product. So after I tried one bottle of the product, I was sold on it, and I started to promote it here in the Ontario region, and some people down east and various other places in the world now in my business have it. And I still only spend that very limited amount of time because I have an ill wife and I have other obligations I have to deal with. But for those of you who are looking for a way to make a living, whether it's an extra 500 a month, 500 a week, this will do it for you. And if you think it's too hard to give somebody a product that will help them, because it really does. The majority of people, if you were to go on that weight loss site, and it's a Facebook group, it's called Best Weight Loss Coffee Today. Look it up. And it's an open site because it's really just testimonials of people using the product. And they have no vested interest. You're not allowed to go on there and promote anything or pitch anything. You're just there to tell what that product did for you. So it's Best Weight Loss Coffee Today. And that's on Facebook groups. So I'm sure of those of you who are getting this that have Facebook groups, you can look it up if you wish. It's worth looking into. And if you're really, really serious, then you know how to get a hold of me. And if you don't, then just email me at easyfatlossnow@gmail.com. easyfatlossnow@gmail.com. And for those of you who know that me personally, you know how to get a hold of me. And for those of you who know me personally and don't want to get a hold of me, I understand. I'm not taking this personal. I just want you to know about it because, you know, it was just fluke that I looked at it because I was just not looking. But I definitely got my interest was the fat loss, sorry. And one of the things that really intrigued me was, why haven't I heard about it before? And then I was brought to remember, because I've gone to so many training sessions on this type of stuff. Coke sold 25 bottles of Coke their first year in business. They had to start somewhere. And they started by word of mouth. And that's all it says. Word of mouth advertising is the worst. It's not something that you'd go on a shelf. Oh God, only $59.95 for a month's supply. You know, and there's other ways to buy it. If you buy 3, you get a better discount. If you get 6, you get a better discount. If you get 16, there's a better discount. You can make money by sharing it with people. You can get your own free by sharing it with people. So those of you who love to share things and you don't want to be involved in anything, you know, and you don't want to get paid, that's cool. If you just want to get free product, then nothing is cheaper than free. But if you're spending $2 or $3 a day at Tim Hortons or at Starbucks or at McDonald's on coffee, and you want to lose weight, that's not the way to do it, okay? Buy a can of this stuff, give it a try, see what you think. I'm not here to peddle this product. I'm more interested in people that want to promote it. But I'm letting you know about it because most of you seeing this are friends of mine or people I really, really care about a lot. And I want you to have the health benefits that come with it. I just went for a 3-hour walk. It was nothing for me to do. And it was amazing. I was so excited to be able to do that because it wasn't that long ago I could hardly walk the length of myself. And I was an old man. Last year when I was down visiting my family, I could chase my grandchildren around. And they were surprised that I could catch them. Because the year before that I'd been down, I was 290 pounds almost, 287. Now I'm at a stable 245. I've gone down as far as 228, and I just went back to eating lots of crap. Now I'm back on the wagon, if you know, and I really wanted to give this hot chocolate a try because I'm a chocoholic. Between coffee and hot chocolate, oh my God, I couldn't believe it. I'm just buzzed right now, just not in a tingly way, just I have so much energy and I wanted to do this. And I was trying to get a thing done up for my grandson with the 2 NHL players that were with him, and I keep losing their heads if I want. Because the last time I did this one, I lost somebody, and it was Johnny the last time. So this time, Etta, sorry, I lost you. Okay, so this is going out to my friends and family and past business associates. I'm going to tell you, this thing is wild. It's to give you an idea from last May when I actually pre-enrolled, and then when I started in July, this business that I'm part of now, and I'd like you to be part of for those of you that are interested, went from $700,000 in business for the year to last month did $8 million. Okay, we're growing at 900% right now. And if you know anything about this type of work, you start here and you start to climb up, and then all of a sudden it goes like this, and it goes like that for several years. We're in the just starting that massive growth stage. It's the time to, if you're serious about making some money, if you're not, that's cool. Don't worry about this. You can just ignore this. Okay? If you want to lose some weight, try the product. Order from me, order from someone, order from online, order from the company. But get it into yourself, and you'll see that you lose the inches just drop off. You have no appetite. You can eat, but you'll have no appetite. You won't crave sugars. You won't crave sweets. It's a really, really good product. And I'm not here to peddle products. And I do see a long time ago, a friend of mine said, if you're selling something you don't believe in, you're lying to people. So I've never been able to do that. When I find something I really, really, really like, I'm able to promote it. So for those of you getting this, and I'm going to be sending it on my Facebook page. I know I have several. I don't know which one it hits, because Natalie helped me with one, so I could see my grandchildren in the pictures that she gives me. This is an old picture, so even my lovely daughter there has lost some significant weight, not because she's put forth effort. She's walking and she's, eating properly, et cetera, et cetera. So I think, it motivated her. I hope that's the case. I got to take some credit if it's possible. But that's the only thing I can take credit for. Everything about her other than that is she's an amazing author, amazing daughter, amazing mother. Anyway, I'll start now. To put together for Johnny what you and your husband and his family did was amazing. You gave that boy a chance to be so excited about his future, and that may be his future. How often did you? It'd be like you meeting Garth Brooks, sweetheart, and I know how much you love him. So anyway, I'm just going to finish here for today. I will try and get that thing together for Johnny with two boys and with him, but he's half their size, so it's really a hard picture to get, so I can use it as a virtual reality here. And I'm going to be doing more and more of this. This is the new wave. Uber, you never believed in it. Amazon, you never believed in it. Airbnb, you've never, you could, most of the people my age could have been involved in all of those business opportunities, but they weren't given the proper opportunity to shot at the beginning. You are with this company. So again, easy fat loss now at gmail.com if you want to know more. I'll send you a link so you can get more information. If you want to go see those people and those reviews, if you may, or the likes or the recommendations or whatever you want to call it, you see on Amazon and those types of things. It's a Facebook group, and it's called Best Weight Loss Coffee Today. So if you search on your groups, Best Weight Loss Coffee Today, or if you need a link, I'll send it to you. If you need information on this product, I will be glad to send it to you. And if you just want to be left alone, consider it done. Anyway, love yous all. Thanks for listening to me. And hey, Etta, sorry I didn't get you in here. I got mom smiling and kids smiling, the daughter smiling, and I'm happy. Okay. Good night, everybody. Take care. Bye.